This team is going to make me very angry this season. And I am already getting sick of watching them 13 games into the year.
Why? Why is this always a heart attack? Oh man, we don't need extras. This game's over.
Can one of you guys get a map? Please, get a map.
Phillies have been painfully underwhelming. Oh my God!
Fine! They stink! Choose your fucking brain rock! It's gone!
Phillies lose in humiliating fashion, 5-4 against the Arizona Diamondbacks. And I was about to record last night and just start screaming my head off. And I still might when they lose this series and Walker goes out and gets shelled for the millionth time. But a game like this made me so mad watching it. And I was helping Jack and Carlos help shoot some stuff around North Shore. You know, I went up and did some karaoke along with my boy Jack. You know, I was having a great time, but through it, I was also watching this game at the bar and just getting more and more angry. And there's no getting around getting angry. The fact that they jumped out to the first inning lead they did, they went up 4-0. They made a huge change. They dropped Bohm's sorry bat late down in the lineup to number 7. And they moved Marsh up to the 4 spot. And it immediately paid off. They got a 4-run first inning like that. Marsh hit a 3-run opposite field home run, and I was getting excited. I was actually starting to feel a little excited. I was like, okay, we're making some changes. We're going to slap around Mike Soroka and have a nice, easy night. And no, that didn't happen. After Luzardo dealt for 4 innings of no-hit baseball, I literally kid you not, as soon as that happened, he imploded in the 5th inning. And there's no way of getting around it. He just straight up imploded in the 5th inning. And you want to know how I know? I'll read you the play-by-play for the 5th inning alone, in which Jose Fernandez singled. He walked Tim Tawa. Alec Thomas got a bunt single. He then struck out, I think, Jorge Barosa, I think is the dude's name. And then Ketel Marte singled. Edarmo Vargas singled. Geraldo Perdomo struck out. And then James McCann doubled. That would be the end of Luzardo's night, as he gave up a 5 spot in one inning. And it's the same story every single time with this dude. And it's going to drive me nuts every time he starts. When he gets rolling and he doesn't give off the leadoff batter, he can cruise through innings and get through it like that. But every single time you have an opening inning where he puts the first guy or 2 guys on, he implodes. He can't pitch out of the stretch. I don't understand why Caleb Cotham still has not been able to figure this out. And I don't know why it's just him. I don't understand why it's just Luzardo that has this problem. They just gave him a 5-year extension, and he's still having the same issues as last year. It is so enraging watching Luzardo pitch, knowing he has the stuff to be one of the nastiest pitchers I've ever seen in a Phillies uniform, while also being so aggravatingly inconsistent. But the difference is 1 run. Surely the Phillies, in the last 5 innings, can figure it out, right? I want you to understand this. Over the last 5 innings, they managed 2 hits and a hit by pitch. That's it. That's all they could muster. And the 2 hits were a Bryson Stott single and a Justin Crawford triple that was not even inches, I'd say like centimeters away from being a game-tying home run. His first ever home run in Major League in the majors in the 9th inning to tie the game, and we probably would have walked it off, but it just missed. And of course, Trey Turner's sorry self couldn't make a productive at-bat, because of course he couldn't. Why would I believe Trey Turner could hit in the clutch? He can't ever. And it's just so frustrating when you look at the stats. They had 16 strikeouts. Like, your eyes aren't deceiving you. They struck out 16 times. It was pathetic. Every at-bat they had was borderline pathetic after the first inning. And you want to know how I know this? The first inning, they had 3 hits. The next 8, they had 4. I mean, it was just pathetic, the amount of, like, the awful at-bats they were having. And it's not like the Diamondbacks did anything special. They just got one big rally as well. James McCann stepped up and delivered. Edarmo Vargas delivered on the one at-bat he needed. Ketel Marte, who's had a brutally bad start to the year for the Diamondback standards, he stepped up and delivered. And the thing that makes it so aggravating is when you look at the pitching staff. Mike Soroka got hammered in the first inning and somehow pitched his way into the 6th inning. He struck out 10. We're talking about Mike Soroka, folks. Mike Soroka. It's embarrassing. And then Juan Murillo and Loaizaga. Those 2 struck out 6 Phillies. I've got nothing. And what makes it even more frustrating, it's for another night the bullpen continued to dazzle. Bolin, Keller, Kirkerick, and Banks all delivered. Even though they only got 2 Ks through those 4 1/3 innings. I mean, they pitched their tail off. They gave up 2 hits. They didn't walk anyone. The bullpen now for the last 7 games has given up 2 or 3 runs. And they have a losing record in that stretch. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say that's going to change my belief on this? This offense is garbage. I do not know how much longer Kevin Long is going to actually be employed by this team. I'm not saying he's the main problem, because there's a lot of issues with both Rob and, for me especially, Dave. But man, the hitting as a whole was just terrible. And the hitting as a whole has been awful. Outside of a few swings from Marsh, Harper's finally starting to heat up, but who cares with how bad everyone else is playing? But for me, the key thing that I want to talk about is Bohm. Because, folks, I know Jack probably has a different take on it than me, but man, I am tired of seeing Bohm in a Phillies uniform. I want him traded after the Mets offseason. That didn't happen. I wanted him gone after the last offseason with the Dodgers. I didn't care he hit well. His attitude blows. I am so tired of him swinging and missing, slamming his helmet, throwing a fit in the dugout. I can't do it anymore. I cannot stomach it anymore. I could stomach it when you were 23 and 24, in 2020 and 2021, when you were dealing with Joe Girardi being an idiot and ruining you. I can't stomach it anymore. You are a 29-year-old man, and you act like a child. I'm so tired of it. And you look like a piece of garbage on this team. Folks, I know I sound really harsh, and it's not just him that's playing like crap. Adolis Garcia had horrible at-bats. JT has fallen off of a cliff. Schwarber has not done literally anything outside of the few home runs he's delivered. Turner's still flailing at everything. I mean, it's been all bad. This entire approach from this team is bad. I mean, I joked about this all the time. And this is just essentially going to be a one take for me because I don't really have much else to say. Every other hitting coach in baseball is playing chess. And Kevin Long is sitting there unable to set up a checkerboard. It's embarrassing. This team's approach is horrific. And I don't know how you fix it. I don't think you can fix it at this point. I think this team is genuinely hopeless. I don't know what they do. I really don't at this point. And I'm really worried they're going to go out and get murdered today when Taijuan Walker steps on the mound in about an hour and a half for the time I'm recording this. So, I don't know. I don't really know what they do. I'm worried about this team a lot. And all I can do is hope that things get better over the weekend and the Phillies offense figures out anything. Any sort of hitting is a positive in comparison to what they're doing now. It's embarrassing and it's pathetic. And this team has to start making changes or they are going to be screwed going forward. And I think change number 1 needs to be sending Kevin Long out of Philadelphia. So, I'm wrapping it up there. I'm keeping it as simple as that. It just is so frustrating knowing that this is how this team is played. So if you enjoyed the video, I got the whole Diamondbacks series, so pray for my sanity. If you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell, because all the love and support they all leave helps a lot. So I'm getting out of here. Pray for me for today. God, whatever. Peace.